Hi everybody, it is Deanna Nichols, doTERRA's viewers popping on. Hopefully that will happen soon since I'm having some weird internet thingies happening. One person's here. Can you hear me now? Two peeps. Comment if you can see me and hear me. Meg is saying hello. Pauline's here. That's all good news. All right, so hopefully we are, I think it might be working now. Okay, there we go. Merry Christmas, Merry Faith. Thank you, Susan. Hopefully it is unfrozen by now. It is unfrozen on my end, so I'm going to carry on. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about my friend Frank. This is him right here, frankincense. I am told that if I turn my camera the other way, then you can read my words. They won't be backwards, but you know what's sad is that I can't see myself and then I won't be able to fluff my hair, which I apparently do on all my videos. And so for that reason, we're going to play a little game while we're at our Magic Beans events. And if I touch my hair at any points, you can hit the laughing button. Now, if anyone logs in late, Mary from Louisiana, no one's making fun of me, they're just playing the game. And so if I touch my hair from this point forward, hit your laughing button. And you see where you have the little thumbs up. If you scroll over, you have more choices, okay? So frankincense is the star of the show because you can get frankincense for free in December. And frankincense is like the king of oils. That's what we call it. If you know the story about baby Jesus being born, the three wise men brought him three gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And the frankincense is a kingly oil. In fact, we get it from royal families in the country of Somalia. And so it is very fitting that it's called the king of oils. This oil is very special. It does a lot of really cool things. And so we're going to talk about how whether you have the top 10 basic oils in your home or you have other oils, we're going to tell you why you need frankincense and how frankincense can sort of like pair up with a lot of different oils to make wonderful things happen to you. Okay, so make sure you stick around till the very end because I'm going to tell you how you can get your free bottle of frankincense. It's not a small thing that frankincense is for free in December because it retails at $93 for this bottle, and then for those of us who have wholesale memberships, we can get it for about $70. And so that's quite a bit of spendiness. And so if you can get it for free, it's pretty awesome. And I'm going to make sure you know how to do that and why you want to do that by the end of our video, which it should be about 25 minutes from now. Okay, barring any unforeseen technical issues. Okay, I'm going to give away a 5 milliliter bottle of essential oil of my choice. And here is who can win that oil. If you have never, ever, ever been to a Magic Beans video before, and you are not a wholesale doTERRA member, and you make a comment below in the comments, and this is how your comment should look. It should say, I am a guest of, and then you will tag the person who invited you to watch the video. If you're like, I have no idea who invited me, then guess what? It was me. So you can say, I'm a guest of the page. And if you're my personal guest, I will probably contact you and give you a small free gift from me. But any other guests, including mine, will be entered into a drawing for the live viewers of the event. And we will announce that at the end. Okay? Cool beans. Now, let's talk about what the big deal is with frankincense. So frankincense, we call it a super oil, and that's because it does so many things. What is it best known for? Well, let me get out my handy dandy Modern Essentials book. I love this oil reference book so much. It's really helpful for two reasons. One, you can look up the oils that you own and see what they do. Like, why did I buy this oil? And two, you can look up anything that you want to work on with your health, and it'll tell you what oils to use for that. So it works in a multiplicity of ways. I'm sure that's not really a word. That's okay. It's not my first time making up words. I'm just trying to find it in here, so I'm killing time. E-F-G. Here we go. Frankincense. Okay, you can see a picture of these little frankincense, I forget what they're called. It's frankincense rosin, but they're called, it'll come to me. Stinking brain injury. That's why I need frankincense for my brain. Okay, so I'm going to read you some of the common uses of frankincense, okay? And then you'll start to see why this is such a coveted oil. So some of these names I'm going to paraphrase for purposes that shall remain nameless. So try to use your imagination. So memory, it helps with memory. Ooh, did I touch my hair? I see all the laughing faces and I know I'm not that funny. Let's see. It helps with blood flow in the brain. Discomfort of the joints. This is a challenge for me. Let's see. Also, it helps with opening up airways, balance, aging of the brain, supports the brain following brain injuries, which I can attest to. Breathing, cellular health. It helps your body to recognize when cells are unhealthy or healthy and determine whether they should reproduce more. When you hit your head really hard, confusion. I have a lot of confusion sometimes. Coughs, very, very sad feelings. Issues that happen on your reproductive organs. Supporting your immune system. There's a lot of these I really cannot say. Improved vision. Wounds that have cooties in them. Maintaining a healthy inflammatory response in the body. Okay, so like if I go and I stub my toe really hard on something. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for being here. When I stub my toe really hard on something, my body should have an inflammatory response. It should rush all kinds of blood and fluid to the scene of the crime to try to help. And I'll likely see some swelling and things and redness. But we want that normal inflammatory response. We don't want to stay in an inflammatory response all the time. That's out of balance. Okay. Let's see what else. Supports the liver. Supports mental fatigue. It helps the body following a miscarriage. Moles. Super cooties. It supports healthy myelin sheath around the nerve. It helps with issues inside your nostrils, inside your nose. More nerves, again, it's supporting healthy nerves. I totally can't say that. It helps with extreme sad feelings that happen following childbirth. It helps with, it reduces the appearance of scar tissue. It helps to regenerate tissue in the uterus. And it supports nerve health. It helps to support nerves that have been attacked by cooties of some sort. And warts and reducing the appearance of wrinkles. Okay? If you understood a lot of that jargon, then you will see that there's a lot of uses for this oil. Okay? And I still can't think of the name of what you call those tears, frankincense tears. Okay, thank you, Deanna. So whenever there's these big frankincense trees and they take something sharp and they kind of cut a little bit into the bark and then they allow the rosin to leak out and form tears. And that's what you are seeing here in this photo. And so if you had frankincense, there sure are a lot of things that you can do with it. So let me tell you my story. So when I got my top 10 oil kit, my starter kit, it was in... it was around Christmas time of 2011, and I heard that they were giving away free frankincense, and I was like, I haven't even used my frankincense. I was afraid to use my frankincense because I saw how much the kit cost when I bought my oils, but I didn't know how much each oil in the kit was worth. Until I got my oils and I got my product guide and I saw the price of the frankincense and I was like, whoa. So basically you should save this for the zombie apocalypse is what I was thinking. So I put it in a cabinet way in the back where no one could use it by accident. And I thought you should really use it when, you know, things hit the fan and it's really bad. You should crack out your frankincense and you should just save it because I can't afford that. You know, that's what I was thinking. So I didn't understand like how all these people, why they were getting the free frankincense and how they were, like what they were going to do with it. I thought these people must have some really big problems, you know? So the next year when they did free frankincense again in December, I I watched a video by Dr. Hill, and he was talking about why we should use frankincense. And he said that everyone should use frankincense every day under their tongue because, and here he named a bunch of reasons, but the ones that really stuck out in my mind are, he said that it helps to support the gland in the brain that controls the messages that tell your body when to produce hormones. So that really was a light bulb moment for me because I struggled my entire life since puberty with my body struggling to make the proper amounts of hormones. And it resulted in a lot of reproductive struggles for me, infertility issues. I had multiple miscarriages, lots of struggles. And so I thought, wow, this could really be great for me. And I'm going to start taking it. The other reason that it stuck out in my mind is he said that it supported a gland in your brain called the hypothalamus. Now, I have a diagnosis of narcolepsy. Narcolepsy is a neurological autoimmune condition, and it is where the body sees the hypothalamus as bad and starts to attack the hypothalamus. And so it results in a lot of really, really difficult symptoms. And I struggled with those symptoms and took a lot of really serious medications for those. And so it was a really tough lifestyle for me. They compare living with narcolepsy to living with Parkinson's disease, if you know anything about that. It affects every area of your life, and it's not like it is on TV where everything's cool and then just sometimes you randomly fall asleep while you're talking. It is much more complicated than that. And it's frustrating that entertainment has, like movies and stuff have really portrayed it as just sort of a mild thing that happens. It's really, really serious. So I struggled with that my whole life. And so I thought, gosh, if there was anything I can do to support my hypothalamus, this would be such a great thing. So I decided to start taking it every day, twice a day. And I knew that I had already been in doTERRA for a year. So I knew the secret that if you're a wholesale member of doTERRA, that you get to participate in this really awesome program called Loyalty Rewards. And in my first 18 months as a doTERRA wholesale member, I actually earned $2,600 in product points, which means I could cash in $2,600 in free oils. And so I thought to myself, in my house, my husband was not a fan of the oils. He thought they smelled bad. He thought they were crazy, and he didn't want to spend money on them. We were spending a lot of money on lots of other health issues. And so we had this rule that we decided together that we were not going to spend more than $50 a month on oils. Now, I think about that now and I laugh because I spend quite a bit more than that now because we use them for everything, and we've saved tens and tens of thousands of dollars by doing so. But at the time, I just didn't want to get in a fight with my husband about the stinky oils I was using. He didn't quite understand yet what they were doing for me. And so $50, that means I can never buy frankincense. But I knew that if I spent at least $50 on my order, that I would be earning free product rewards. And so I have now been a doTERRA member for 6 years. I've never spent my money on any product that costs more than $50, including frankincense. That means I've never ever bought a bottle of frankincense with my own money. I've always got it free. Between the frankincense special in December and the Loyalty Rewards program, I've always gotten frankincense free, and I take 4 drops every single day. Okay? So here's what happened. I was taking the frankincense, and about 60 days later, remember, I was taking it under my tongue. By the way, I'm going to show you how to do it. Listen, I saw on the interwebs that you should never take essential oils unless you are under the direct care of a certified aromatherapist. Now, I'm not a certified aromatherapist, but I could spend $37 and get that title if it makes everyone more comfortable. However, I do have 6 years of personal experience and almost 5 years dealing with 10,000 families, training them how to use essential oils. So I do have a tiny bit of experience, more than I could buy for $37 with an aromatherapy certificate, okay? But I'm going to show you how you can use the frankincense under your tongue. This is very technical. Pay close attention. Take notes. Go back and watch this multiple times. This is very you have to have lots of training to be able to do this. Ready? Is everyone ready? Okay. Boom. There you go. Okay? Now, the first time you do this, you will be angry with me. You'll be like, what is wrong with this lady? Because it tastes like you are licking tree bark, which most of us, I would venture to say, don't do on a regular basis. But if we did, we would be like, ugh. Okay? So my recommendation is get yourself a water bottle, a glass water bottle. Put like 4 drops. This is 20 ounces. Put like 4 drops of lemon oil in here. Have it sitting here next to you. Go stand in front of the mirror so you can watch the drops go in. Okay? Because sometimes when you're new at that, you could drop in like 20 drops and not feel it right away. You'll be very sad if you do that many drops. Then let it sit for like 20 or 30 seconds in the back, like tilt your head back, let your head sit there like that so it doesn't come forward onto your taste buds, and then rinse it out with your lemon water, okay? You won't be quite as mad at me. After you've done this for a while, you won't even think about it anymore. It'll just be second nature, no big deal, okay? Why do we take it under the tongue? Everyone asks me that. Can I just put it on the back of my neck? Can I please put it in a capsule? This is true. You can do all these things. We have veggie caps, okay? They're exactly what they sound like. Vegetable capsules. Right here, made out of vegetable substance. And you can put them in there. But here's the thing. When you take an oil and you have to swallow it, it has to go through your whole digestive system. And when you put it under your tongue, it's like, boom, seconds later, it is throughout your bloodstream. It gets into your brain. Frankincense crosses the blood-brain barrier. Now, if you don't know about the blood-brain barrier, we have this barrier that protects our things that are in our blood from getting into our brain. And that's a good thing most of the time, because if you get some sort of infection, you definitely don't want your brain to stop working. That's this, that's like the reason why everything still works in our body and we're still alive, is because our brain is running the show. So it's protective. But when we have issues with our brain, then we are searching for things that we can get into our brain. Well, frankincense is in nature already. It's already designed to do that. So if you want it in your brain super fast, put it under your tongue. Okay, back to my story. So I've been doing this for like 60 days. And my husband made a comment to me one morning while I was getting dressed. And he said, "Hey, Deanna, where's your scar?" To which I replied, in my pocket. I mean, something sarcastic probably came out. I confess my fault of sarcasm. I've been working on that now for a few years. But what he was trying to tell me was that when I was 16 years old, I had a surgery where I had been cut open from hip to hip. So I had a pretty large scar that had been there for like 20 years. And every day of my life it had been there, so I just didn't really notice it all the time. It was just there. And he noticed that at some point in the 60 days where I was starting the frankincense, that thingy was gone. It was just gone. And the weird thing is I never put any essential oil on my scar. I was not trying to get rid of my scar or anything like that. And so I thought, wow, this has to be related to frankincense, because that's the only new thing I've been doing. So I got out my Modern Essentials book and I started reading. And if you remember, I read about reducing the appearance of scars was one of the things. And I thought, gosh, I wonder if, like, even if you don't put the oil where you have the issue, if it could still possibly be doing that. And so what I've learned since then is that the essential oils, doTERRA essential oils, are so powerful. Gosh, I'm sorry. That only 1 drop of essential oil can cover every single cell in your body many, many, many times over if it needs to. And so it's going to go where it needs to go. So the thing is when you take an oil by mouth instead of putting it on topically, number 1, make sure it's doTERRA oil, okay? If you don't believe me, then you need to do some more research. And I'm talking about like science research, not like random blogger research. And on the bottom of the bottle, there's a number that you can plug into sourcetoyou.com, and you can see that the oil is pure, and you can see where we actually sourced it from. I'm just going to tell you, nobody else has our frankincense in the world. It's not possible. So this is a blend of 3 different frankincense. Come on, Deanna's brain. 3 different species of frankincense, and I promise you no one else has this. And so this is very special. But don't use oils internally if they're not doTERRA. The end of the story. And if you don't know why, you definitely need to do more research, okay? But I'm sure there's a reason I was telling you that. Oh yeah. So when you take an oil by mouth, then it's not going to evaporate into the air because it's inside your body. And so you're going to get the most benefits of it. And that's why we take it under the tongue. Those are all the reasons we take it under the tongue. Okay? So I cannot go into extreme detail for sake of the fact that we're on a live video. But I will tell you that the blessings that have come from my using frankincense under my tongue are absolutely amazing. So I currently am at the peak of health. I have a beautiful 3.5-year-old son. I had struggled for 15 years with infertility. And so I can tell you that I feel very strongly that frankincense allowed my body to do what it was supposed to do, and it just got off track for a while. And when you give frankincense to your body can do amazing things. Your body is a very complex work of art, and it is designed to correct imbalances. And sometimes because of our environment, because of genetics, because of food that we eat, or other toxins that we enter into our bodies, that beautiful, complex process that we have inside our body gets disrupted in some way. And frankincense is a super oil. So when you add a super oil, you're going to get super amazing results, not because the oil is healing you, because that's not how essential oils work. They're not magic beans, but your body is capable of so much when it's given the right information. If you don't know what's going on, you don't know what to do, put some frankincense on it, okay? I'm telling you, frankincense will do a lot of stuff. If you guys watched the video last week, you probably saw me talk about my father and how when he had his heart attack and they were telling us there wasn't anything else medically they could do, we started applying the frankincense and we saw amazing results happen, okay? So let's talk about now how you can pair some of the oils that everyone has in their top 10 kit, how they can pair those with frankincense, okay? So the very first one that I want to tell you real quick is lavender and melaleuca are in every kit, okay? When you put those together with frankincense and fractionated coconut oil, which is doTERRA's liquid coconut oil, you put those together in a spray bottle. And I would do probably equal parts lavender and melaleuca and then half as much frankincense, okay? Because it's precious. And then I like to call that owie spray or boo-boo blend or whatever you want to call it. It's a really popular recipe that's been floating around forever in doTERRA. And that is really good for anything that has to do with your skin. Minor burns, cuts, scrapes, just anything. And so it's a good thing if you have kids just to keep that around the house in your first aid kit or whatever. And that is a really, so these are all three of these oils are top 10 oils that should be in every home, okay? You'll find those in the Home Essentials kit, which is one of our most popular kits. Another thing that you can do with your top 10 oils is lemon, lavender, and peppermint. So we like to use these for seasonal discomfort, so things that happen with the change of seasons and your immune system gets confused and thinks like, oh no, there's all this yellow stuff in the air. Let's freak out, you know, and let's really fight. And then all of a sudden you have this weird reaction where you're having sniffles and congestion. Well, there's other kinds of immune system reactions that can happen if you eat something that your body thinks is a threat, or if you come in contact with an insect your body thinks is a threat. That happened to me 40 times on my calves in the middle of the forest. And I was like seeing angels singing, like it wasn't looking good, okay? So I made it to my car where I keep my top 10 oil bag. I always carry the top 10 Home Essentials kit oils with me all the time. And I got lemon, lavender, and peppermint. I put them under my tongue so they would work quickly. And because it was a serious situation, I added frankincense. And I'm still here. So it was a good plan, okay? So that's a really awesome thing to do. Another thing that you can do, let's see. Okay, so I'm trying to find it, sorry. Let's say that at nighttime, you really want to open your airways because you have some trouble sleeping or trouble breathing while you're sleeping. Or maybe you have somebody that sleeps with you that sounds like, you know, at night and you can't sleep as a result. So what you can do is you can put a little bit of Breathe oil, which is a top 10 Home Essentials kit oil, in your diffuser. This is the diffuser. Crap. Sorry. I have too many cords happening. Okay, so I'm going to unplug this so we don't die or anything. This is the Home Essentials kit diffuser. It's called the Petal. And what you can do is you can put some Breathe in there. And I'm going to put this cord here where it's safe, hopefully. I'm going to put like 3 drops of Breathe in the water. I filled it up with water. Boop, boop, boop. And just to amplify it a little bit more, I'm going to throw 2 drops of frankincense in there. So when you add frankincense to an oil, especially a single oil like peppermint, lavender, but this is a blend, but it's still good to do. And it kind of just amplifies the effects of that oil, okay? So then I will plug in my diffuser. and turn it on. Look at that, it's magical. See that? Okay. And you can turn the light off if you're sleeping and you don't want that bright light on. But that's a great way to open your airways while you're sleeping. Gosh, here it goes again. It's trying to fall over and keel over and die on me. No. Okay, let me fix it. Gosh. Okay, so if you have somebody who struggles with regular breathing stuff and they need respiratory support, great idea. They're sleeping at night, lying in one place. It's the perfect time for them to get the benefits of essential oils, okay? Let me show you a couple other ones that that may not be in your top 10 oils, but you should know about, okay? So this one I like to call Franken-Jerry. This is frankincense and geranium. These are the guys you call in when life gets bumpy, okay? So somebody falls down and they get a big bruise or bump. If you can grab these two oils and put them on over and over again for the first 15 or 20 minutes, you will be so, so excited by the results. You will be kind of amazed at what doesn't happen to that area by the next day. Especially it works great for bumps on the head, and that's because frankincense is really good at brain support. So when somebody hits their head, you want to make sure their brain is okay, right? I mean, isn't that what we think as moms? But it's also going to help with inflammation, and then the geranium helps with bruising. So when you put these two guys together, Franken-Jerry. The other one is muscle soreness, okay? So we got Franken-Marge in the bathtub, okay? And what you do is you put 2 drops of each in a cup of Epsom salts, put it in a hot bath and soak. It is fantastic when you mix these together. Then we have Frankie and Siberian Fir. This is one of our new oils. I'm trying to think of how I can say this properly. Taking these two oils every day together in a capsule is going to help your body's inflammatory response. If you find your inflammatory response is way overreactive, then this would be a great oil. And this is going to help you to have less discomfort and things that are irritated in your body. So right now, because I'm still recovering from lots of different injuries from a car accident a few months ago, I am currently taking these in a capsule. Don't take Siberian Fir under your tongue or you'll be very sad. Like I tried it a few times and it's like I felt like I had eaten a Christmas tree and it kept trying to come up the rest of the day. Don't do it. It does smell like a Christmas tree, so it's kind of awesome this time of year. Siberian Fir, FYI, is also good on the chest for coughing and things like that. The other one, which I don't have because people keep on absconding with this oil, is Copaiba. Copaiba is a new oil that we have. I would tell you that, you remember how I said if everybody needs to take frankincense under the tongue every day? I'm gonna say this. I believe everyone needs to be taking frankincense and Copaiba under the tongue every day. I am like amazed at what those two oils can do for the body. Copaiba has wonderful effects on the immune system, the liver, the neurological system, the hormones, just like about anything you can think of, it's going to feel better. Somebody was just telling me right before the video that they had struggled with some bladder issues, like they couldn't hold the urine in the bladder the way they wanted to. I was having the opposite problem. I got crushed in the front by my vehicle and I was having difficulty emptying my bladder. And so I've noticed that since I've been doing the Copaiba under the tongue with my frankincense, that is not an issue for me. I also sleep better at night and I'm much calmer when I do the frankincense and Copaiba. Just wonderful for mood and just anything in your body. So I think those are just like everyday daily health habits that you should have. Okay. I've been yakking so much. I haven't even looked to see if anyone had a question, but is that why frankincense is called a driver? Because it gets other oil where it needs to be faster. Frankincense, like it just enhances the effects of other oils. And so you should just always throw a little frankincense on the problem. If you're trying to recover from like a surgical incision, one of the oils you should definitely use is frankincense. Frankincense is very anti-cootie, so it's going to prevent bad things from happening at that incision site, but it also reduces the appearance of scarring and it gets to work at the cellular level. So it's helping your cells to be healthy. When your cells are healthy, it ends up with you feeling healthy, you being at your peak. Anytime that I have anything going on and I'm making any kind of a mixture, I always add a little frankincense to it, especially if there's pain involved or if there's anything neurological involved, like the brain or the nervous system is involved. I always include frankincense in that. So it's one that every home should have, and it is one of the top 10 oils. So as we close, I'm going to tell you how you can get the top 10 oils in your home. There's this awesome kit called the Home Essentials Kit. How you get it is you become a wholesale member of doTERRA. People are always scared. They're like, if I become a wholesale member, they're going to make me sell stuff, or I'm going to have to buy stuff every month. Nobody makes you do anything in doTERRA. Everything's optional. When you're a wholesale member, it just means you get the best prices, 25% off of retail. Plus, hopefully, the person that invited you to watch this video, they're going to be what we call your enroller. That means that they're going to help you learn how to use your oils, and they probably have some kind of a oil community to plug you into where you have lots and lots and lots of other people that are using the oils, and they can share their experiences and their advice with you as you are learning. And if you're part of my team, Oil Shares, we are wonderful people. We like to really help one another. We're all over the nation and all over the world, and you're going to get really great support as a member. Plus, I mentioned the rewards program. Of course, you want to use the rewards program. You get 10 to 30% back off everything you purchase in free products. Oh my goodness, like that's how come I'm not divorced, because I have the rewards program and it paid for my oils so that I didn't get into fights with my husband about these stinky oils. By the way, he uses the oils every day now. He puts them on our son. You know what, the very first oil we put on our son when he was like 10 minutes old? Frankincense. It's a great oil for bonding father and son or father and child. And so my husband would travel quite a bit when my son was in his first year of life, and whenever he was gone, they're so close because my husband, because of doTERRA, is able to stay home full time with our son, and so am I. And so he's really attached to my husband. And whenever my husband would leave, he would have trouble sleeping. So I would put frankincense in the diffuser, and it just instantly, he felt safe, and he felt like he was connected to his dad. This is a great oil for spiritual connection as well, like connection to God, your Father. So it's great during prayer, meditation, any of those kinds of things. A great place to put it is on the top of the head. And so this is an oil that my husband puts on our son every single day. And so he uses the oils now, but back then it was kind of like an iffy situation, and I'm so glad for the rewards program. So the cool thing is in December, if you choose to get started with the Home Essentials Kit, your membership is free to doTERRA. It's included. You get the top 10 oils every home needs, including frankincense. But here's the good news. I mean, that's already good news. But the big news is you get an extra bottle of frankincense for free. So you will start your doTERRA journey out with the top 10 oils, a diffuser, a free membership, VIP access to your team's support network, whatever that looks like for your team, and a free bottle of frankincense, okay? So if you're taking frankincense every day under the tongue, it's probably gonna last you about 2 months. So you're gonna have 4 months worth of frankincense because you got the Home Essentials Kit in December and you got that extra bottle of free frankincense, okay? So now, listen, I know I'm amazing and wonderful and everybody wants to be part of my team. And you should be, because it's an awesome team. But the thing is, the person that invited you to watch this video is the best person to help you get started on your doTERRA journey. They care about you. They invited you to be here. If it was me or nobody invited you, it was me, okay? So send me a private message. I'll answer any questions you have. I'll make sure to help you get started. But if it wasn't me and it wasn't this page and there was a specific person that invited you, go back and talk with them. They could be running their own promotion as well. A lot of us give that Modern Essentials book for free when somebody gets a kit. So just check with them and see what their promotions are. They will help you get started. If you don't have a person, I'd love to be your person. If you're not a member with doTERRA, you're not working with anyone else, ask me how to join our Oil Shares Underground, where you can find out all about my specials and deals. And if you have any other questions that I haven't had a chance to answer, you can ask them now. I will get back and read through the comments and make sure everybody has an answer. If you are the first time you've ever attended a Magic Beans event and you are not a doTERRA member, please comment, I am a guest of, and tag the person that invited you, or say I'm a guest of the page, and we will contact you to let you know if you won something. We're giving away a 5 milliliter bottle of essential oil. You have to be live, so you got like 30 seconds left to make your comment, and then I'll come back through and contact you if you are the winner. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you will join us. I hope you get started on your wellness journey. You deserve it. Get yourself the gift of health in December. Have an awesome night.